Greetings, this is Baba Buntu for Massiv Metro TV. We are here in Isando with some brothers who are helping us to build great buildings. And today we are having Black Men's Lekgotla and we are discussing poverty. The question is, how do you think poverty affects African men? We live on a continent that in many ways struggle with poverty, struggle with wealth, struggle with consistency in creating wealth and having possessions, having material wealth, and maybe also other forms of wealth. So how does this affect African men? I'd like to hear from you, brothers. Who would like to start? How does poverty affect African men?
Thank you, Baba Buntu. My name is Chandel. I think poverty makes people very angry, like men, like African men. It gives them, those that are staying in the street, brings them jealousy. Seeing people leaving early in the morning, going out, coming back in the afternoon, making a lot of money. So those are not working, they are getting now more angry and the jealousy is growing in them. That's my answer. Thank you.
So we heard one view say that poverty makes African men angry. Anyone who would say something else?
I think it's poverty affects us in so many ways. If you can see these days there are so many criminals, it's related to the poverty. If you can see these days there are a lot of robberies, it's related to poverty. And so many ways I can see that way is this, you can see people around the world, people standing in town, the townships, all of the streets, they don't do anything, you understand, because of poverty. It's affected us in so many ways as African, because nowadays we see like there's a different of race. If you're a descendant of black person or a white person, you can see there's different ways how they treat us. If you can see in this world, especially in East Africa, most of the poor people are black people. That's how our poverty affects us. And the more we see how others are prospering, they're going forward, then we get the anger of doing whatever we want. That's why you see a lot of robberies, people around there where they can kill you for the phone. Because not only that, because they are happy. If you can add those people, they'll be like, no, we're not happy. But because of poverty, they end up doing whatever they want.
I'd like to hear at least one more view.
Thank you so much for the question, man. But to me, I think this poverty in Africa, it starts with our political leaders. Our political leaders, they're so corrupt, my man. They just need to keep money in the bank, too much money in the bank for nothing. End of the day, they'll die. They're not going to use those monies, you understand? So I think the main thing that creates poverty in Africa is politicians which we have. I don't know, they are greedy. Yeah. So the first thing is this program can reach out to them so that they mustn't be greedy. They must know how to create jobs to people, to fellow Africans, so that Africa can grow. But if they're still keeping their money in the bank, it's gonna rot there. Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the brothers who have helped me to unpack the theme of poverty and how it affects us as African men. And we've heard many different views that it has to do with jealousy, it creates violence, it makes us ashamed, it divides us as a people. Please continue this conversation in your mind and with your friends. We need a new Africa and it starts with you. This is Baba Buntu at Black Men's Lekgotla here in Isando. I want to say thank you to all the brothers who have helped us unpack the conversation. Please catch us again when we continue with the next one of Black Men's Lekgotla. For now, Sihamba Fancy.